Now for deduplication, see, this is where I have an email. So for email, you have to do duplicate. I told you like you have a lot of configurations you can do inside an email. So let's select an so deduplication by default out of the box. There is nothing to do. I'm selecting any random. Okay, Amazon looks look good to me. So here I have send classification, delivery options, advanced option. Here you can set the priority and all, message priority, delivery options. Here, if you go to delivery options, you can select suppression list. You can select domain exclusion. You can add exclusion list. Through exclusion list, you can also do the deduplication. If you know how to write SSS and M script, definitely you can do it. Anybody who wants to adder to deduplication in Journey Builder, they can use exclusion script. They can write exclusion script and then the deduplication they can achieve. But if you start doing all these things, your journey optimization is going to hamper. It will hamper a lot of things. I'm not a big fan of adding the suppression, exclusion, and exclusion list in journey. Instead of that, I'm going to run an automation. I have to have a query activity. I'm going to filter out by a query activity before entering the journey, before the person enters the journey. Why they have given? Now question will be raised, why the Salesforce is giving you all this option, because this is very trivial. They don't want to write they say I don't know how to write a query, but do they know how to write a script activity? So the option is yours. You can do the deduplication or the through script activity, but it's going to hamper your progress. This is how you can do deduplication via journey builder. Any way to exclude sending in Journey Builder on Saturdays and Sundays for companies that do not have weekend? I don't know. Second part, I said Saturday and Sunday. If your journey is a train, like I have multiple email to be sent. So before every email to be sent, you have to understand that whether this day is what you say. I'll say decision before sending an email. For every sending before sending an email, I have to have a decision split to decide today is what you say is Saturday or Sunday, isn't it? So let's say this is going to impact your journey. So I have another email. For this also I need to have a decision split. Okay. Then what I can do is let's see if I have to send that email again, right? After that, wait. So I have to wait one day. Will it allow to add it here? It doesn't allow, right? Either it goes here, hmm, then I can basically do. Right? Or this join, it does not allow you to basically join. So this email, after one day, the same email has to be configured here. So after one day, it will be sent. If it is Sunday, then one. If it is again, you have to have different another decision split. Okay, which will go to part two. This will be one day. Another will be day two. So let's say this is Sunday. Huh. So I'm configuring if whether it's Sunday. If no, it will follow this path and the person will receive the email. This decision it says if today is Sunday, okay, wait for one day and then send the same email that I've configured at the top. And again with the join, it will start there. It will go to the path one and join it. Huh. If it is if it is Saturday, obviously in this path, I'm going to add another one saying that this is for Saturday, this one is for Sunday, and for Saturday, I'm going to wait. I'll have a 2 day wait, same email, and again join back to this path.
Related to this only, like I used recently ChatGPT for that scenario that you have given na, like if someone solved for
Don't
Saturday, Sunday,
follow
and the holiday.
Chat GTP.
Okay.
Chat GTP गंदा है, यूज मत करो. My
Okay,
humble
no, I
request.
was just looking for some solution or some tips. So it was
पागल
talking
लोग
about
पागल हो गया
this.
है. See, I don't like Chat GTP. Okay, so
Okay.
anyway, up to you. I don't advocate. Hmm. So this what I'm saying. But this has an effect. For every email send, you have to configure it. Now, whether this is Saturday or Sunday, what you need to do here? अब ये यहाँ पे आ गया. हाँ. अब तुम्हारा ये contact daily run होना चाहिए. How you are going to run and evaluate this is Saturday, Sunday or something? If you go back to my query structure query, hmm, there I said likely open. Somewhere I've written likely open. So similarly, this kind of a get date value and update data extension, whether today is Saturday, Sunday, and every day it has to run and it has to update that data extension with that attribute, and that attribute has to be used in the journey. and this automation has to run every day. And here I have given like it is a Saturday, Sunday, but here with likely open, I have used the subscriber key. You don't have to use subscriber key. You simply have to use uh, get date instead of event date. Little bit of modification you have to do and keep on updating. So that way you can do. Hmm. But I don't propose this solution to be implemented. It's just if somebody wants, yeah, that's the way
Yeah,
to it.
I'm so sorry. Sashi, I'm so sorry again for troubling here. But I want to talk about another similar question. So I came through a request where the requester had asked that they want to send emails every day just between 10 to 6.
Just
So that's the
between
time.
10 to 6.
Yeah. I mean, we can do it in mobile. Like there's a
हाँ
time.
तो भाई तो ये ऑटोमेशन शेड्यूल करो और 10 to 6 में उसको क्वेरी बिल्ड करके उसको इंजेक्ट करो ना.
Acha, there is an option also. If you can just open, I want to talk about this. If
हाँ, क्वेरी
the
बाय एट्रीब्यूट
email.
until date ये मुझे ये सब चीज
No, no,
भाता
no,
नहीं है,
not
ये आप
this
कर
one.
सकते हो.
Not this one.
हाँ.
If you open that email, Amazon email,
हम्म.
Delivery window, send throttling.
exactly. If you advance
हम्म.
advance it, yeah. There is if you
हम्म.
go down in the delivery
हम्म.
option, there is tracking emails is कहाँ गया? ये delivery
पर
window.
Delivery window.
Click on delivery window एक बार. There is a hourly threshold
बिल.
and this.
हाँ.
Yeah. So this is what I
हाँ.
was talking about. So we can keep it in between those hours. So
you
if you'll
you
set it
you
like,
basically
mhm,
pull down.
if,
So this hourly throttling, okay, how you throttle in the OM and do this, send this email within this time frame. Oh, which is I agree to what you're saying. Okay, but both this like they say hourly throttling. This for me is a window throttling. Why you going to see? That's what I said. Why you want to add this domain exclusion, script exclusion, throttling, and all this? Better, why don't you go with query activity and inject them here? Obviously, I agree to your point. If you have a journey train, we have lot of emails, and you only want to send that email at that particular time. Then maybe that option, hmm, right? That option can be done. Hmm. Now, I can even go and say, ki, okay, you can say I want to send within this time frame. Agreed. You want to send within this time frame. Hmm. Now, if you have a huge amount of data, and I want to say, I'm just said to let's say not one, let's say 1 hour. Do you know how the OMM operates? If you have 1 million records for one IP address, it is said if the complexity, I have said this in the builder also, like in one IP address sends in one day, it is 2.5 million emails per day, one IP address, whether you're sending via journey or mass via guided send or anything. So if you have one dedicated IP, the optimized way to send this is you can send up to 8 millions, but that throttling automatically happens and it going to affect your IP reputation. Okay, I don't want to go to different path. I've said this journey email. Okay, optimization. There also you have lot of complexity. I don't know if I get that link also. I'll share with you. So it depends upon how your email has been configured. Okay, how many script activity you have, how many code snippet you have. Based on that, hourly and everything gets changed. That's why I don't. This is all things are only if you have a specific use case, then that's okay. But I don't know to deviate there. But obviously, if I get a link, I'll show you. I don't know. यदि मैंने I don't want to see. बार बार इधर उधर नहीं जाना चाहता. It will मेरा दिमाग बहुत different चला जाएगा फिर. If I have put this link in this also, I have maybe mentioned that what causes the optimization of the journey that gets hindered. I probably have added that link also. Oh, my bad. But there is lot of things to be considered anyway. But what you're saying, I agree to it. If somebody wants to add it, add it. Oh, there is an option. Okay, let's move forward. Oh my God, Ankita, you are the last one, and it's already two. You want to stay there? I
Yes.
am ready to do this.
Okay. Yes, I can.
Hmm.
But for everyone else, maybe.
No, but this question is for you. That's why I asked you.
Okay, okay.
If I have to go
So,
open the window, I think few people already left also. So don't worry about it. This part of the question. A journey is running and somebody unsubscribe. If you are doing unsubscription, So you have a lot of ways to do on subscription. You can build
Mm-hmm.
your own on subscription page. Everything, yeah, we have to. So here, when you're doing this same classification and everything, where is this? So here, where you select that, you the same classification, delivery option, message, configuration, where the all subscriber wala. So you can select that which subscription. This one, publication list. Either you select publication list or all subscriber.
Okay.
If you have selected all subscriber, then you don't have to worry. If the person is unsubscribed, the person will be unsubscribed from any communication from Marketing Cloud, be it trigger send, journey send, guided send, or anything, right?
Okay.
But if you are running this journey for a campaign, so let's say weekly newsletter, and if the person unsubscribe from this email from a weekly newsletter, and here instead of uh, all subscriber, you selected a publication list, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you select a publication list, then the person will not receive any email for that publication. Like if there is another email, this one, hmm, okay, this is the same parallel. So if this one, so if you configure this one also with that publication list, then the person will not receive the email. But if you have select another publication list, then person will receive the email. So how
Okay.
you're defining on subscription is up to you. We can
Mm-hmm.
also define on subscription. It will be a different topic to altogether to speak. Okay. But by default, you are selecting all subscriber, then you are safe. Hmm. But you are
Okay.
selecting publication list, then it is your jurisdiction how you are sending it. Okay. From all subscriber, it is still active, but weekly newsletter publication list, the person has unsubscribed. So any publication list that you select during sending an email, the person will not receive the email. Short and sweet answer. But yeah, this can be discussed in some other sessions also. It will require on subscription का एक another enablement होना चाहिए, I think. Uh, what things can be done with lot of on subscription, when you can use publication list, when you can use all subscriber, or when you can design your own data model, which I follow. If somebody asks me to define on subscription, I'm going to design my own data model. Hmm. That's why in Journey Builder, if somebody has to unsubscribe or do something, I have this exit criteria. Right. So this one for mobile, but for email, this exit criteria, which I've discussed. So with exit criteria, the only caveat is you need to have some wait activity in between to evaluate it. So for every
Okay.
email set, definitely I need to have a
Wait activity.
wait period. If that is there, I can define a data model and then say, okay, for that person, if somebody unsubscribed after receiving email, the only caveat there still is whenever we configure an email, let's say, okay, whenever we configure a journey, the first uh, इसमें तो नहीं हो रहा है, how should I delete everything एक तो दे दे भाई एक ही बार में delete, okay, so let me decision split करने से हाँ good, right? So a lot of people what they do is every time when they configure a journey, first they will configure the email. Hmm. And if you create a exit criteria is defined here, right? If I have another email, so exit criteria is defining on this weight, not when it is entering. So that data model will fail because the person going to receive this first email, though he has unsubscribed. So that becomes a problem with exit criteria. But there is another way to do it. It will require a lot of different discussion, Ankita. Okay. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want
Okay.
to spend more time on this part, but just understand publication list, all subscriber. Forget
Okay.
our data model and follow this, you'll get an answer. Now, ये चीज simple. I'll just go in. Maybe if required, I'll extend. Okay, for you, I'm going to extend this session on fourth.
Okay.
I'm going to build a use case based on this question, full based question, and step by step. Only will focus on webinar because this related to webinar. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
How to design a data model for webinar, how to configure journey, and we'll do all this. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and then we'll explain this, but in shortcut I'm going to tell you simple. You had some weight, okay, and before this weight, rather you say, oh, you have a weight until date, you know. कि कब वो तुमको ईमेल सेंड करना था कि what is your question here? A webinar is running, email was sent, okay. So webinar date. So I say wait until date. Let's say this is webinar one. So this is webinar. So for webinar one, you wait. How should I say? Ki hour is going okay. So our session is going to happen on.
Hmm.
So on 4th, my session starts at 1 p.m. Oh, before, so I always send it on Thursday, right? Invitation. So it happens on so second go. So on second, I'm going to send everyone an invitation on my time 8 p.m. I send everyone an invitation. So
Hmm.
guys, you have to come on fourth and learn this use case, right? I send an email, and suddenly I realize, oh no, man, uh, I have to basically change the date. So if I've changed the date before exit, okay, I added a decision split. This decision split is going to see the contact data and see the registration webinar date. Okay, I'm validating
Okay.
the webinar date, and if the date has been updated, I'll make it like date updated. I'll have a attribute updated or not updated. Huh. If the date is not updated, exit. Simple. If the date is updated, then
Hmm.
I have to send that email. When I'm going to send that email, let's say a similar way, I can wait by attribute. Where is that wait by attribute? Or this, you can either wait by date or say, but wait until date. Same. I can configure. So instead of wait until date, most important thing what I see is I have the webinar date. So it will be wait until that event. Huh. So wait by attribute. So here, when I do this wait by attribute, the attribute has to be a date field, which is webinar date. So I have to go and select the contact data. Okay. And let's say something if they have the date. Yeah. So they have this some date field. So record created. So just record created date ko just imagine this is a webinar date.
Webinar.
So I say this is a webinar date. Okay. Now when I want to send, I want to send duration, not 1 day. Okay. For this is a day only there. So either I send it 1 day before. But actually I wanted to make it till minutes, not
Okay.
like 15 minutes before. Again, the reminder will go. Right. But this is giving up to you 1 day. So I'm giving the reminder 1 day before, saying that the event is going to occur 1 day before. Okay. Or this is a reminder. Huh. Or yeah, for you, it is not a reminder. It is like sending again the email saying that the date has been changed.
Hmm.
Oh, so understood what I'm saying? है ना कि date
Yes,
update हो
yes.
गया, then you can configure this. Okay, it require more detail to discuss, but obviously I'm stopping here.
Okay, okay.
Hmm. But in another session, we'll discuss webinar, what can be done.
Yeah, one more question is there, Shashi. Maybe we will discuss this also in if the time is not permitting. The attribute
Hmm.
to attribute comparison, like what can be the
Hmm.
use cases for that?